Hey, what's going on, guys? Izzo here, bringing you guys another episode of Going Pro. And in this episode, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to get nuked out in Black Ops 2. If you guys don't know what nuked out is, it's a secret challenge, and the way that you get it is getting a free-for-all nuclear. And it can be really hard to get that because the free-for-all score limit is 30 kills. First one to 30 kills wins the game. And the nuclear is a 30 gun streak. So you can't like get a kill and then die and still get the nuked out that game, which makes it a really kind of time-consuming thing if you're trying to get your first one to get the calling card for it, because it gives you a pretty cool calling card. But that's the first tip that I'm going to give you guys, and that is that when you're running your normal free-for-all strategy, you're going to want to pick a part on the map that you're going to want to kind of like hang out in when you're going to try to go for your nuked out. And if you don't spawn in that area, just kind of let yourself die if you run into somebody. Just try to get to that area as fast as you can, and if you see somebody on the way that you feel like if you killed them you still wouldn't be able to make it back, or you have a chance of dying on your way to that area of the map, just let yourself die, because it doesn't matter how many times you die as long as you don't get a kill before it, because that can just make it really time consuming to try to get the nuked out. If you're playing a bunch of games where you get a kill and then die, and you have to play it all the way through until you even get another chance to get it. So just let yourself die. It doesn't really matter too much unless you feel really confident that you're going to be able to kill people on your way there and still make it to the area safely. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the classes you're going to want to try to be using, and mainly just stick to submachine guns, assault rifles, and LMGs. LMGs do work pretty well for free-for-all. It can get kind of tough using one of those unless you have stock and lightweight and stuff, and it can still be kind of tough sometimes because you might get in a sticky situation from close range, and the light machine gun, you're just not going to have a huge chance unless you get kind of lucky, or unless you kind of have the jump on whoever the enemy is coming at you. So whatever gun you're really comfortable with. Silencers, you don't necessarily need silencers when you're going for a nuked out, because you kind of want the enemies to come to you, because you don't want to be so stealthy where the enemies can't find you and then you give somebody else a chance to win the free-for-all game before you get a chance to get your nuked out. So I wouldn't recommend a silencer. If you guys want to use one, you still can. It's not gonna like completely mess you up. You just have a better chance of somebody winning the game before you can get it. So that's it for that. Not really any other attachments or perks. I guess for perks, maybe if you want to stay alive the most, you're going to want to be using, flak jacket, tack mask. I definitely recommend tack mask for free-for-all 100%. You're going to die off of a lot of streaks if you're not using tack mask, because people will just stun you and they'll be able to kill you easily. Flak jacket, you don't need it as much if you're hanging out in an area, because you're not going to be rushing up on campers, so bouncing Betty shouldn't kill you that often. And also use scavenger too, because you're going to want to be able to keep your ammo, keep as much ammo as you can, because if you run out of ammo, that's just not going to be very good if you're trying to get this nuked out. Another tip that I can give you guys for the score streaks is by using UAV, counter UAV, and VSAT, or you can switch out the counter UAV and use EMP. I've seen people use Guardian before, and Guardian can be really good, but you always run the risk of your Guardian accidentally getting a kill, and that'll mess up the game as well. So I recommend just running the radar kind of kill streaks. And last tip I'm going to give you guys is you're not going to want to use hardline, and the reason why you don't want to use hardline is because with hardline you get your first VSAT at 10 kills and your second VSAT at 20 kills. And without it, you get your first at 12 kills and your second one at 24 kills. And the reason why I say don't use hardline is because you'll want that VSAT at 24 kills instead of 20 kills. It'll help you out in the long run, because you're obviously going to, kind of start feeling the pressure once you get really close to the 30 gun streak. And with a VSAT up at 24 kills instead of 20 kills, you're probably going to have that last VSAT up all the way till the 30th kill. So that'll help you guys off and help you guys out and help take some of the pressure off of you. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Hope these tips do help you out. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys later.